This is not exactly what I thought my life would be when I graduated from journalism school back in 1999. At that time, the newspaper business was booming, but I really wanted to get into the internet. I really thought that there was a lot of potential being online, and that I thought, since I consume most of my news and media online, that the world would be somewhat like that. So I left a relatively good career being a product manager, building products for big companies, and decided to run a funny cat and dog photo website. Our demographic's about 50% male and female, depending on what site, and actually more than half the entire network is made up of 18 to 35-year-olds, so a relatively young audience. We have a little over 50 sites, but that number changes actually quite rapidly depending on which site we want to launch that week or which site we combine into others depending on how the community reaction was. We count monthly unique users, so about 16 million people come to our network every month. One of our most popular websites is called failblog.org. And it's basically a collection of humanity's failures, and people submit the time when they were trying to do something and didn't accomplish it in a very hilarious manner. One of our other popular sites, as we're standing on a dog park here, is a site called I Has a Hot Dog, which is basically pictures of dogs with funny misspelled captions on them. And we just released a book in April called I Has a Hot Dog. The very first, and I think the most fundamental tip I can give, is to do something that you're passionate about. Because being your own boss, as appealing as it may sound, is a very, very difficult job because you have such a responsibility to yourself, to your family, to the people you hire, to make sure they get paid, and to make sure that the business survives. And that is very, very stressful. So if you're doing something that you don't love, you'll burn out, or you'll just find a way to be disinterested in it, and then things will fall apart. So I think the first thing you have to do is be passionate. And the second thing I think that's just as important is to be consistent. The reason we've grown to the size that we have, the reason we've grown all these communities, is that we try as hard as possible to be consistent in our content. So no matter what people say, no matter what they talk about social media and internet's changing this and that, good content's still king. There's still a reason why mainstream media gets so much publicity within the blogosphere, right? The bloggers, who we think are the new generation of writers, take mainstream media content and rewrite it. Why? Because the mainstream media content still covers the basics and the core of what is good content, and that cannot be lost.